Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Maithili Raikar from Bombay Teachers Training College, and today we will be talking on the topic the Environment Protection Act 1986. The Environment Protection Act 1986 was passed in the Parliament of India in the wake of Bhopal gas tragedy or Bhopal disaster. The Government of India enacted the Environment Protection Act of 1986 under the Article 253 of the Constitution. The Act was passed in March 1986. It came into force on 19th November 1986. It has 26 sections and 4 chapters. The purpose of the Act is to implement the decision of the United Nations Conference on the Human Environment. The Environment Protection Act 1986 provides for the protection and improvement of the environment. The Environment Protection Act establishes the framework for studying, planning, and implementing long-term requirement of environmental safety and laying down a system of speedy and adequate response to situation threatening the environment. The Act authorizes the central government to protect and improve environmental quality, control and reduce pollution from all sources and prohibit or restrict the setting or operation of any industrial facility on environmental ground. Some of the definitions under the Act are as follows. Environment. Environment includes water, air, and land, and the interrelationship which exists among and between water, air, and land, and human beings, other living creatures, plant, microorganism, and property. Environment pollutant. Environmental pollutant means any solid, liquid, or gaseous substance present in such concentration as may be or tend to be injurious to environment. Environmental pollution. Environmental pollution means the presence in the environment of any environmental pollutant. Hazardous substance. Hazardous substance means any substance or preparation which by reason of its chemical or physiochemical properties or handling is liable to cause harm to human being, other living creature, plants, microorganism, property or the environment. Some of the objectives of Environmental Protection Act are to protect and improve the environment and environmental condition, to implement the decision made at the UN Conference on Human Environment that was held in Stockholm in the year 1972, to take strict action against all those who harm the environment, to enforce laws on environment protection in the areas those are not included by the existing laws, to give all the powers to the central government to take strict measures in favor of the environmental protection. Some of the powers of the central government to protect and improve the environment are planning and execution of nationwide program for the prevention, control and abatement of environmental pollution, laying down standard for the quality of environment in its various aspects, restriction of area in which any industry operation or processes or class of industry operations or processes shall not be carried out or shall be carried out subject to certain safeguard, laying down procedure and safeguard for the prevention of accidents which may cause environmental pollution and remedial measures for such accidents, laying down procedures and safeguards for the handling of hazardous substances, examination of such manufacturing processes, material and substances as are likely to cause environmental pollution, carrying out and sponsoring investigation and research relating to problems of environmental pollution, collection and dissemination of information in respect of matters relating to environmental pollution, preparation of manuals, codes or guides relating to the prevention, control and abatement of environmental pollution. Some of the rules to regulate environmental pollution are as follows. The standard of quality of air, soil and water for various areas and purposes of environment, limits of the environmental pollutants, procedure and safeguards needed to handle the hazardous substance, restriction and some prohibition on handling the hazardous substances in different areas, prevention of accidents which may cause environmental pollution, and also the remedies for it, the prohibition and restriction possessed on the location of industry in different areas. Some of the preventions, abatement, and control of environmental pollution are as follows: persons carrying on industry operations, etc., not to allow emission or discharge of environmental pollutants in excess of these standards. This means the Act provides certain standards that ought to be maintained, in which it is a must that no person is allowed to damage the environment, and if a person is found guilty for causing damage to the environment by polluting the pollution, may have to pay a penalty. Persons handling hazardous substances to comply with the procedural safeguard, that is, if the emission is to a large extent or is apprehended through an accident, the person responsible for it is obliged to mitigate for that place in order to reduce the environmental pollution. Furnishing of information to authorities and agencies. He or she is required to give an intimation to the higher authorities regarding the same, and for that one receipt of remedies shall be required to prevent or to mitigate the environmental pollution. Some of the penalties under the Act are as follows. For an individual, whoever fails to comply with the rules made shall be punishable with the imprisonment for a term which may extend to 5 years, or with fine which may extend to 1 lakh rupees, or with both. In case the failure of contravention continues, with additional fine which may extend to 5,000 rupees for every day during which such failure or contravention continues after the conviction for the first such failure or contravention. For the companies, the penalty is where an offence under this Act has been committed by a company, every person who at the time of the offence was committed was directly in charge of and was responsible to the company for the conduct of the business of the company, as well as the company shall be deemed to be guilty of the offence and shall be liable to be proceeded against the punished accordingly. Any such person liable to any punishment provided in this Act, if he proves that the offence was committed without his knowledge, or that he exercised all due diligence to prevent the commission of such offence. For government departments, where any offence under this Act has been committed by any department of government, the head of the department shall be deemed to be guilty of the offence and shall be liable to be proceeded against and punished, provided that nothing contained in this section shall render such head of the department liable to any punishment if he proves that the offence was committed without his knowledge, or that he exercised all due diligence to prevent the commission of such offence. Some of the cases related to environmental protection are the Goa Foundation versus Diksha Holding Private Limited. The court gave a judgment that there should be no violation and prohibited activities taken up in the area which are declared CRZ, that is Coastal Regulation Zone. The court also said that there should not be any unscientific and unsustainable development in that area. The next case is the Vellore Citizen Welfare Forum versus the Union of India and others. In this case, the court gave the decision that any liability which harm the environment need to be compensated to the victim of the pollution or the person who is affected by the pollution. Role of the NGOs. So some of the roles of the NGOs are conduct campaign across the country to create awareness among people about the depleting natural resources, help reduce deforestation, soil erosion, and educate the people on the significance of segregating waste material into biodegradable waste, creating awareness among the public on current environmental issues and solutions. NGOs for environment in India take steps to educate people and make them aware of the perishing environment. Some of the NGOs which are helping to protect the environment are Vanashakti in Mumbai, Bombay Natural History Society 1833. Again, this is based in Mumbai. Center for Environmental Education. This NGO is based in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Kalpavriksha is based in Pune. Kerala Shastra Sahitya Parishad is based in Kerala. I would like to quote, "The environment is protecting shield to us from God. If we destroy it, it will uncover us." So these are some of the references I use.